Welcome to Feng Shui Living, the podcast designed for busy women who want to de-stress, live with intention, and create a home that truly supports their well-being. Each week, I'll bring you practical tips, insightful ideas, and simple strategies to enhance both your home and your life. Let's get started. Quick pause before we jump in. If you love this podcast, you will love my book, Aligned at Home. Think of it as your design and energy guidebook to creating a space that supports your well-being and your goals. You can get a signed copy over on my website, purelivingwithlisamorton.com, or snag it on Amazon or wherever you buy books. I hope you enjoy it. Hello there, and welcome to Feng Shui Living podcast. I'm your host, Lisa Morton, and oh my gosh, I'm getting excited. The Aligned at Home Collective is going to be launching very soon. This is a membership group to accompany my book, Aligned at Home. We'll be going through the book, lots of VIP content there. I can't wait. Make sure to keep an eye on my newsletter, my weekly newsletter that comes out every Wednesday. Make sure you're keeping your eyes peeled for that newsletter, as I will have all the content and the sign up form very soon. So today we're talking about design trends you're going to start seeing in 2026. And as always, I'm going to probably approach this conversation a little bit differently. This isn't about what's in and what's out. It's about our relationship and how our relationships with our home, it's changing. And what that's asking in terms of design. So trends, they don't come out of nowhere. They're reflected of how we're living, how we're feeling, what's going on in the world, in our lives, and also what we need more of. So let's take a look at what's emerging and why it matters. So trend number one is homes that feel personal, not perfect. One of the biggest shifts we're going to see in 2026 is a move away from, these overly styled, showroom perfect, photo shoot ready spaces. People are craving homes that feel truly lived in, that feel warm, that feel personal, spaces that reflect their life, like real life, right? Not just like beautiful lighting and the wide angle lens and the Pinterest photo. This means fewer rooms designed to impress and more rooms designed to how you actually live every day. If your home feels maybe a little softer, or extra layers, a little less done and perfect, then you are just right on time. Trend two is texture takes a center stage. I love texture, and texture is even having a big moment. We're seeing more tactile materials, woven fabrics, sculptural stone, plaster finishes. I just saw the most beautiful plaster finish. My friend's husband is actually very talented in a special plaster approach, and the exterior of this jewelry store was done, and I literally was drawn in, and I was like, I have to touch this. I don't want to get my skin oils on it, but I have to touch this work of art, right? They invite our touch, right? And they also really ground the space. They make the space feel warmer and just more human. And in a world that's just increasingly digital and AI, texture brings us back to our bodies and to the present moment. So trend number three is statement pieces with meaning. In 2026, the statement isn't about more and maximalism. It's about intention and being more intentional. So instead of filling a space with all the decorative objects, having something decorative on every shelf, we're seeing fewer but more meaningful pieces take the lead. So instead of all the right kind of decor on the shelves, maybe a few family heirlooms that are very meaningful. The focus is less of, shifting from decorating to curating. All right, trend number four. color with some depth and personality. I talked about, the trends that are heading out and that we're leaving behind in 2025. And one of them was my house, to be honest. Neutrals are kind of evolving. I love a neutral, clean, quiet palette. And then I accessorize. I bring in the fun things. I have plants everywhere. But we're going with some deeper tones, right? Color of the year for Sherwin-Williams is khaki. I don't know if it's khaki or if there's an addition to that name, or if it's just plain khaki. Anyway, it's depth. It's not just pale cream or beige. It has a little more depth. We're also going to see soft teal colors, smoky greens, warm rust, some burgundies. These just have a little more... they're not just making statement to make a statement, like a charcoal wall or a pink wall, right? It's creating an emotion with these really subtle yet beautiful, beautiful colors. So remember, it isn't, is this color trendy? It's how does this make me feel, right? That's the key. So if these, smoky greens, soft teals, or the khaki is not for you, follow what really makes you feel best. Trend number 5 is quiet luxury continues. You've probably heard the term quiet luxury, and it's less of a trend and now moving into being a mindset. It's quality over quantity. Instead of ordering the quick, easy ship table from the website, it's finding the beautiful handmade vintage piece to bring in. Quality over quantity. Craftsmanship over, quick shipping. Timeless materials instead of, we have fast fashion, but fast furniture. Beautiful wood grains, well-made upholstery, beautiful trims and details and nail heads. You might not notice them right away, but you'll sense that quiet luxury. Remember that luxury whispers, not shouts. Trend number 6, which I love this one. It's natural materials and grounding finishes. I pulled this together. I'm like, this list would not be complete if I didn't have this. Nature continues to influence, interiors in such a big way. We crave it. Wood, stone, clay, linen, wool. These materials bring grounding energy into the home. By having natural materials and finishes near our body, right? It feels better than some man-made fiber. We're also seeing a shift in some metal finishes too, with warmer tones like bronze becoming more popular. These finishes feel a little softer and a little more timeless and a little less trend-driven. All right, trend number 7 is pattern. Pattern reimagined. Patterns are returning, but in more of a refined way. Maybe a little more quiet luxury here. Classic patterns like a checkerboard are maybe being introduced with some softer colors, some more muted colors, a different scale or unexpected placements of patterns. It's familiar, right? We're used to seeing these patterns, maybe a herringbone pattern, but it's more quiet. It's not really loud in your face. So a little playful, but still really grounded. So overall, when I zoom out and look at these trends all together, it's one thing is really clear. This year is all about homes that feel really good to live in, that make you feel good, that make your family feel good. It's not performing. It's not overly styled, overdone. It's not driven by what you're seeing on Pinterest or social media. Instead, this design is really, I feel like there's an intuitive factor coming in here, an intuition factor. It's more personal and it's more connected to how we actually experience and live in our spaces. So if you are thinking about updating your home this year, my advice is this: pay attention to what you are drawn to. Notice what feels grounding, what feels supportive, what feels comforting. Notice what doesn't. And above all, know that you don't have to follow any trends that you're seeing online. You don't have to follow any trends that anyone is pushing or promoting. Simply use these as maybe a little creative inspiration, okay? Remember, let them inspire you, not dictate you. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you next time. Special thanks to our sponsor, Elevated Living School of Holistic Design and Feng Shui. For more information, head over to the show notes. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, and share this episode with a friend. We'll see you next time.